everyone, and welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. Today we are making the folding lotus flower. So named because these petals look like they're folding in, but they're actually attached around our double crochets in the center. How clever is that? So it might look a bit complicated, but really it's not. We just need to take it step by step. And that's all there is to it. Just some double crochets, half double crochets and chains mostly. So the pattern suggests 2 colours. You can obviously do it in 1 colour or as many colours as you like. So grab your yarn, your hook and some scissors, and let's get hooking. Okay, so to start round 1, make a magic ring or chain 4 and make a slip stitch to form a ring. And then we're going to chain 3 as our first double crochet, and then make a second double crochet into the center of your ring. Chain 3 for your corner and 2 double crochet. Chain 3 for your corner, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, oops, there we go, and chain 3 for your last corner. 1, 2, 3, I've done 4 chains there. So, no, let's see, try that again. Okay, so chain 3 and slip stitch to the top chain of your chain 3. And that is your cute little round 1 completed. There we go. Okay, so round 2, we're going to chain 3 as a double crochet right above this chain here, and then do a double crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet in your chain 3 space, and chain 3, and then you're going to do 2 double crochet into these 2 double crochet from the previous round. So sorry, 1 in each of the 2 double crochet. So we only did 1 in that corner space, okay? And then chain 3, double crochet in your corner space, chain 3, double crochet in each of the next 2 double crochets, chain 3, double crochet in your corner space, chain 3, and 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, double crochet in your corner space, and chain 3, and slip stitch into your top chain of your chain 3. And that is round 2. There we go. So you've just got 1 double crochet in each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, round 3. Okay, round 3. You're going to chain 2 for a half double crochet, and then do a half double crochet in the next stitch. And then you're going to chain 3. Now, do these chains, sorry, just look to the pattern, don't do them too tightly because you're going to work into those in the next round, not over. You're going to work directly into them. And now you're going to do, into this double crochet in your corner, you're going to do a double crochet, and then you're going to chain 3, and you're going to do another double crochet straight into that stitch, and then you're going to chain 3, again not too tightly, and then you're going to do a half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and you're going to repeat this all the way around all 4 sides until you get back to the beginning, and you're going to slip stitch in the top chain of your chain 2. So now chain 3 and then do your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in this stitch here in the corner, and then do another chain 3 and 2 half double crochets all the way around, and I'll meet you back after we've slip stitched. And there we go. I've slip stitched and I've fastened off that colour, and I've joined my new colour in the same place that I fastened off. And then for round 4 we are going to chain 3, and this counts as a double crochet, and then we're going to do 6 double crochet. So we're going to do 1 into the next stitch, work over my tails a little bit, 1 into each of the next 3 chains, which is why we needed to make sure they were big enough to work into. So just go into that chain and do a double crochet, 1 into the next, and then 1 into the third. So we've done 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 1 in the double crochet that we've got there, which is next. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 in the next chain, which is the first chain of your corner double crochet chain. Sorry, your corner chain space. I've just got in a bit of a tangle. Sort this out. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, not counting that first chain, and then we're going to do our 5th one into the double crochet there, and then the 6th one we're going to do into the first chain of your corner chain space, so into that chain, not around the chain. There we go. So we have 6 there now. That's not my first chain. Let me try that again. Into the first chain, which is this one here. Okay, and then to make our corner we're going to do a double crochet in the next chain, which is your middle chain. So double crochet and then chain 3, and then another double crochet into that same chain. Okay, and then we're going to work 12 double crochets along. So we're going to do 1 into the chain space, 1 into the chain, the next chain, which is the last one of that corner. So 1, 2 is the 1 into the double crochet, and then 1 into each of the next 3 will take us up to 5. 1, 2, and 3. That's 5, and then 1 into this next double crochet. I think I might have skipped a chain. Okay, I had missed a chain. It can be quite easy when you're working along these chains to just miss a chain, but don't panic, just undo it. It's fine. And then you're going to do 1 into the next double crochet, and that is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to work along here and do exactly the same. So 6 more. So 1 into the double crochet, 1 into each chain, 1 into the double crochet. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 into the double crochet and then 1 into the first chain. And I'll see you to do the next corner in a mo. Okay, so that's your 12 stitches all the way along, and then in your corner chain space we've done that was our last stitch of 12. So then in your middle chain of your corner you're going to do a double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet in that center chain. And then you're going to go straight into that next chain and do a double crochet, and then into your stitch, and you're going to do 12 all the way along, sorry. And then you're going to repeat your corner and then do your last side. And then when you come back to this side at the beginning, you're going to just do 5 because we did our chain here, which counts as our 6th stitch, and slip stitch into the top chain. Just rewind if you need a reminder of how to do this. And there we go at the end of round 4. So I've slip stitched into my top chain, and then I have fastened off and I've rejoined my colour A into the same stitch. Okay, so again you might want to do your chains a little looser in this round because we're going to be working into them in the next round, just as we had in this round here. So chain 2 for your first half double crochet, and then you are going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. Oops, half double crochet, there we go. And then chain 2, and you're going to skip 2 stitches and then do 2 half double crochets, so 1 in each of the next 2. 1, 2, and then chain 2, and in the chain 3 space in your corner you're going to do a double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet. There we go. And then you're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches and do 2 half double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2. Oops, half double crochet and the second half double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, do 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, skip 2, 2 half double crochets, 2, chain 2, skip 2, do your corner double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet, and repeat that all the way around this side and this side, and then you're going to just repeat for the last little bit of this side and slip stitch into your top chain of 2. So here we are at the end of round 5. How pretty is this looking? Love it. So I finished with my chain 2 and then I slip stitched into the top of that previous chain 2, and then I fastened off, and I'm just getting my yellow ready again, and I'm going to slip stitch into the stitch where I fastened off. Okay, so we are going to chain 3 as a double crochet, and we're going to do similar stitches to how we worked here in the chain. So in the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet. Let's work over my tail. So double crochet in that stitch, and then we're going to do 8 more. So we're going to do 1 into each chain, 1 into each stitch, one into each chain, one into the stitch, and one into the first chain of your chain 3 in the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 9. Okay, so work along, doing a double crochet in each. So 1 into each chain. You've got 2 chains there, and then you've got 2 stitches. So 1 into each stitch. I'll just work along this part of the side with you. 1 into each stitch. 1 into each of the next 2 chains. 1 and 2. 1 into the next stitch. And 1 into the first chain of the corner. Okay. Okay. So into the next stitch, which is the middle chain of your corner, you're going to do a double crochet and then a chain 3 and then a double crochet to make your corner. Okay, and then you're now going to do 18 stitches along. So you're going to do your next chain and then 1 into the stitch, then you've got 2 chains, 2 stitches, 2 chains, 2 stitches, 2 chains, 2 stitches, 2 chains, 1 stitch, and that very next chain. So 1 in each of those, making 18, and then in your corner chain of your corner space, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 3 and a double crochet, and then work again along 18 double crochet, do your corner and 18 again, and then around here you are going to do 8 stitches because we've got our chain there for 1, so you're going to do 8 more stitches along here, and then slip stitch in the top of your chain. Okay, there we are at the end of round 6. How pretty is this looking with our alternated colours? It reminds you of kind of ice creamy sort of colours. So I've just joined my other colour back into the same place that I've slip stitched, and then I'm going to do a chain 1 and a single crochet in that same stitch. Oops. If I keep the yarn on my hook, I will do a stitch into that same stitch. There we go. And then we're going to do single crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, yarn's getting caught, so single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, and then we skip the last stitch. So we should have 6 single crochets altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're not doing that last chain 1. Yes, we are doing the last chain 1. I apologise for that. So then we are going to do 3 single crochets in this chain space for our corner. 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to do another 5 chain 1, skip a stitch and single crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, that's 2, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, 3, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, that's 4, oops, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1. That's 5. Then we've got 6 more of we're going to do single crochet right next to the single crochet, so we have 2 single crochets in the middle. Okay, 2 in the middle, and then the rest of them are separated with a chain 1. So chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, skip, single crochet, chain 1, skip, single crochet, chain 1, skip, single crochet, chain 1, skip the last one, and in your corner 3 single crochets. And you're going to repeat that all the way down the next 2 sides. So remember, you are chain 1, skip the first stitch, and then when you get to the center, so you're going to do 5 single crochets, and then you'll be doing 6. Remember, you need 2 together in the middle. And when you get back to the beginning, you're going to do a second, you're going to do a single crochet right next to this first one that you made, I do believe. No, because you've made 2 already. So you'll finish with a chain 1 and skipping this stitch next to this first stitch here. So it'll be skip this stitch, chain 1 and slip stitch. And here we are at the end of round 7. How lovely is this looking? Looking a bit like a spider's web in the centre. So my square is just about 6 inches, my regular size. So I've fastened off, and I'm ready to now do the flowers in the centre with petals. But if this is not quite up to your normal size, you could just do a single crochet round. I mean, obviously, if this last round takes it just a bit oversized, you could just leave out that last round. So now the pattern suggests going back to colour B for our flower petals. You could of course do it in the first colour if you prefer, whatever you like, but I'm following the colour changes just as the pattern says. Just for once I thought I would do it as the pattern says. So now we're going to join this into round 2. So if you look at round 2, we've got our 2 double crochets in the middle, and then in the corners we've got 1 double crochet. Okay, so that's a tail at the back there. So in your corners you've got this 1 double crochet. So pick one of your corners. So I'm going to turn this upside down, so my tails are down there, and I'm going to go for this double crochet up in this top corner. And you want to do a slip stitch into this double crochet with your new colour. Just join that on with a slip stitch on that double crochet. Okay, there we go, and then I'm just going to pop this tail to the back. There we go. Okay, so we're in that double crochet, and then we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then this we've got 2 double crochets in our centre here. Okay, so we've got these 2 double crochets in each centre point. We've got 2 double crochets. So this first one, what you're going to do is turn your work to the side a little bit, and you're going to do 5 double crochets around this double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 5. Okay, so we have 5 double crochets there, and then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to come around to the next double crochet here, and I'm going to turn it this way towards me, and we're going to do 5 double crochet around there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then you're going to chain 2, and you're going to do a slip stitch to this next double crochet in the corner. Okay, so just go under here and do a slip stitch to there. Oops. Try that again. There we go. Slip stitch and chain 2. And now I'll show you that flower once more. So turn your work towards you, and on this first double crochet of the 2, you are going to do 5 double crochets around there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 2, turn your work around, and if you imagine this laying down, so we're turning it around here, so we're going into the next double crochet, but we want to pick it up from this side, and then do 5 double crochets around the side of this double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then you come across and slip stitch into this next double crochet, the one in the corner, and then you chain 2, and then you start again with your first double crochet there. First double crochet here. So I'll show you these petals. Let's pull that loop out. So we are going to see the back of the stitches for this, but that's totally fine. That's how it's meant to be. So these are our folding lotus petals. So you're going to have 4 that all come in and meet in the centre. So if you need to repeat this, just rewind about 2 minutes and follow it for your next 2 petals. So when you've finished your last petal, you're going to do your final chain 2, and then because we've already slip stitched to this first double crochet, you're going to slip stitch to your first slip stitch. So just go under there and slip stitch into there, and fasten off. Pull that through and cut my yarn. There we go. Fasten that off. Pull that tail through to the back, and there we have 4 petals for our flower. So this is our folding lotus flower, and I think that's really clever how those petals work up to look like they're folding over when actually they're attached, but they look like they're kind of folding over, don't they? Meeting in the centre. How cool is that? Love that. So that is our square today, the folding lotus flower. So all that's left to do is sew in these ends. Just put on a good TV show or something and sew those in. Won't take long. And there we go. It doesn't even look like it needs much blocking. So if you found this useful and helpful and you've enjoyed crocheting along with me, then please, you know what to do, click that like button, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.